Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stock market and commodities update. So today we'll be looking at natural gas and gold, as well as QQQ, S&P 500, and the seven mega cap tech stocks: Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Apple and Meta. And I am still in France, so I am currently in the south of France in Nice, and so I'll be doing this real quick, and I'll probably squeeze all this in within 20 minutes. And yeah, I'll post a little clip about where I'm at the end, and let's get started. So, natural gas so far has been looking not great for the bulls. I was talking about this, I think, over the weekend, where we don't want to break through this green looking wedge, and we did end up breaking through it, and now we tested the bottom of this green falling wedge again. So I don't have a mouse with me, so it's really hard for me to draw on the pad. So my pad's a little bit glitchy. And so we need to bounce this, pretty much hold this 2.46 zone as well as this falling wedge level. Because if we do break this level, we are not going to be looking at this 2.37 for sure if we do break through this zone right there. And currently bears are comfortable because we are in a daily time frame downtrend. And this was a continuation because we broke this low right there. This candle's 2.551. That's the low that we broke. So the daily downtrend is still continuing. And we also broke this pivot right here at 2.484. So that's the weekly pivot. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, had a weekly uptrend, right? And this was supposed to be a continuation of the weekly uptrend. This was the pivot set right here. And we bounced, couldn't make a new high. So now we broke below that pivot. Doesn't mean we're in a weekly downtrend yet, but we are now negating the weekly uptrend. So we're now in a weekly neutral trend. That is still not looking as good for the bulls because of that. And of course, our monthly is still in a bear flag. And so the bulls really need to hold this 2.46. Otherwise, it's just going to continue. It's going to give the bears enough space now on the weekly time frame because of how big this drop is. It's give me a second. So that's a 10% drop, where the next bounce, right, is going to start favoring the bears for them to form a weekly downtrend. So that is what we don't want to see when we bounce. So if we bounce within 0.382, so for you bulls, right, make sure to put this number down. So if we bounce, right, to 0.382, which is 2.575, and we rejected that and starts dropping, that's a weekly bear flag forming. And we break this low right there, this week's low, that means it's a weekly bear flag confirming. Of course, we still got 2 more days left in this week, so this candle could still change. So we don't know what the candle will be like until this week ends. So, but as of now, because of the 10% drop, the move is so significant that the next bounce, the probability is going to favor the bears now for the next drop. Of course, it depends on how much this bounce. If we bounce over 50%, then it's going to favor the bulls on the next dip for the next uptrend. So bulls need to hold this level, 2.469 zone, and bounce over 50% of this retracement. And for you bears, you're sitting comfortable, hitting that weekly trend now, and now you're going to be looking at 2.37 down here. Nice. Yeah, looking. I would say 2.37 definitely a good target for bears. Although this is a pretty good target already because we have couple of supports down here. So it's up to you guys if you guys are taking profits or not. Take a look at UNG. So UNG is the tradable ticker for Natgas, and same thing, because of Natgas drop, UNG is going to drop. So we are also testing the wedge support, as well as we have support on 6.65 here. You can see these levels, this orange looking line here. So we'll see if it can bounce that level. Last thing we want is this breaking back into the wedge as well. So we'll see. And similar to Natgas, this drop, daily downtrend right here. This was the bounce, and now we broke that low, still in a daily downtrend as well. So we need to see as pick up its slack, so we can get that daily downtrend by breaking above this Friday's pivot, which is 7.15. So we'll see if the bulls can do that. And the bears are looking good. Although this is from support here, so it's a double bottom. So we'll see if the bears can break it or not. All depend on net gas itself. Gold is weak because of the dollar being strong due to us having a lot of drama lately with the S&P being downgraded with rate hikes and everything going on, Fed. So let's see, BXY is the dollar. The dollar has been popping. So the more dollar pops, the more gold is gonna drop. So make sure to look at both charts if you're a gold trader. And we are on support of this black looking line, but it's not looking good because back in here, looking good because we are barely holding on to it. And if we do get another candle, red candle close below it, that's a break. And I'm gonna say if we do break through it, potentially bounce, retest, and if we reject from that, that's a very bad sign. As well as we are in a daily downtrend, it's right here, confirmed, and then another one confirmed. So it's continuation of the daily downtrend. Weekly is let's see here. Weekly is one move up and one move down. So no weekly downtrend yet, but it's in a neutral trend. So we'll see. But with the dollar being strong, though, gold is not going to go anywhere. So that's the case. So you have to make sure to watch the dollar. All right, let's get to QQQ. So a very notable drop today overall throughout the market because of the S&P being downgraded yesterday after hours. And nobody can get out after hours because it was already pretty late during after hours. And we got a lot more show off today. So where is the next level of QQQ support? It pretty much hit exactly, not exactly, but a couple pennies to this high. And we're about 1.5% away from this gap fill down here. So that is where the bears are looking to target next, right at this zone right here to fill this gap. And you can see there's not a lot of support down in this zone. See, there's just a couple of days traded in here. And versus down at the bottom. Okay, give me a second. Down at the bottom where there's more support over here. So if this area is not a lot of support right here. So it's very easy for the bears to come break towards 370. So that's going to be the first target. If we can get to 370, then bears will want to fill the gap as well as to get to this 368. So I will be looking at if I was a bear. And we have also confirmed a daily downtrend for QQQ as the very first time for 4 months. Let's take a look. Let's just say it was one around here. Let's just say it's been 4 or 5 months. So that's very notable because what a daily downtrend means psychologically is we get a big drop, right? Big drop, ooh, makes sense, right? On the bull market, there's always big drops, right? Even in the strongest trends. And then we bounce, continuation of the bull market. Just like we had a huge drop down here. Guess what? No trend change or daily trend change there. Boom, new highs. But the psychology of a daily trend change means, boom, big drop. Bulls are like, no big deal. I'll buy the dip again. We're probably going to go to new highs. Bounce, daily downtrend confirming, meaning bears are serious this time. So, meaning all the bulls that bought the dip from this pivot up are now in the red, versus this drop was also 4% ish, just as big as this first drop over here. But bears weren't serious. See, when we bounced, bears tried, bulls took over. All the bulls that bought this dip was green, right? So that's the difference between a daily trend change versus just a big drop, right? So that's where we're at currently. Obviously, if the bears don't follow through after this daily downtrend, then it gets negated, right? So as now, no signs of it yet. Closed pretty low, close to the low of the day. So we'll see if it'll continue tomorrow or not. Obviously, it needs to cool off a little bit as well. Maybe we have a little bit of bounce, reject, and then drop, something like that. Look at more signs in the big tech stocks. So S&P has not confirmed a daily downtrend because it hasn't had a pivot set yet. So this is one straight move down for S&P now. There was no pivot set. I wouldn't count this as a pivot. It's just kind of like a same candle, you know what I mean? So I count this as one straight move. So in the next bounce, that sets a pivot. We break the low. It's going to be a daily downturn for me for Sp500. I am putting more weight on QQQ as well, still, because QQQ led S&P up. So it's going to be leading S&P down as well. So I would put more weight on the chart for QQQ versus S&P 500 at the moment. And so let's take a look at the mega cap tech stocks. Nvidia. So Nvidia also confirmed a daily downtrend for the very first time. See, that's the top of the move. This right here is the top of the move. This is the bounce. This high is lower than the prior high. That's a lower high. And then this drop, this low, is lower than the prior pivot low. It's a lower low. So that means a daily downtrend from today. And it has not confirmed one since there was a super small one when it was consolidating sideways. But let's just say 7 months. No, it has not confirmed a daily downtrend in 7 months, but like a significant one. This is a significant downtrend because there's a small one where it broke by a couple of dollars right where it was, and it bounced right away. So that was not very significant at all. So when all these mega cap tech stocks are starting to form daily downtrends, that's why QQQ also confirmed its daily downtrend. So we're going to see more weakness in the semiconductor sector, and potentially, Nvidia coming back down here a little bit lower, or bulls can hold after a let's say 2 or 3 red day kind of thing over time. So we'll see. That's what we'll be watching. See, there's going to be actual bear follow through this time with daily downtrends confirming. And the next level up, Nvidia pretty much bounced at support. You can see this was a prior level support right here at this 436 zone as well. So next I'll be looking at will be 420 if we do break through that. We'll see. And Tesla, daily downtrend confirming. That's a bear flag. Just from looking at it, let's see. This might have bounced a little bit higher than 0.382, but it's definitely under 50%. So it was favoring the bears because this bounce did not bounce over 50%. And you can see today we break that low, and that's a daily downtrend confirming. Next level I'm looking at is 340 if we do break through this, because there's not a lot of support. And if we do break 340, yeah, because it's just one straight move. There is not a lot of volume here support along the way. So bulls definitely want to hold this 240 level right there. And bears, for bulls, you want to break above the 12 EMA. You can see this 12 EMA, if you're looking line, has just been rejecting, and boom, daily break today. Let's see. All right, Apple. Apple is the only one that has not confirmed daily downtrend yet. It's not the only one, but I'm just there's other ones too. But Apple has charts a lot stronger. This is the top of the move. Top of the move, bounce, drop. Still has not broken this low yet, 191.23. If that's broken, and we break the 12 EMA, that's a daily downtrend confirmed. And now, not yet. And we still slightly bounce off the 12 EMA at the moment. So I want to see the 12 EMA break first for me to say there's bearishness in Apple. There's earnings report for Apple tomorrow in Amazon. So that's going to be huge for QQ, right? If we do get some downsides, misses, right? That's going to be giving some more momentum to the bears. But if we get some wins, or beats, then momentum of the bears may slow down a lot. So So we'll see. Amazon daily downtrend has not confirmed yet because we have not broken this Wednesday pivot, which is 126.11. So actually, you can count this as a daily downtrend right there. That's a pivot, small move, and we drop. That's a daily downtrend there. Or you can say this is one straight move. It's up to you. And we bounce, and you want to break this Wednesday's pivot is very key. So 126.11 is where the battle zone for bulls and bears is, and obviously this chop zone as well. We know the support 126. We've been looking at these chop zones for a very long time, so we all know where these levels are at. So that's where I'll be looking at, because if we do break this 126, we're very likely going to go to 120, because you can see there's less support here along the way once it's broken through. Yeah, Amazon's earning. Obviously, tomorrow is going to determine everything. So technical matters a little bit less. You want the technicals plus the news in the same direction. So if it's bearish reaction tomorrow to earnings, yeah, that would be pretty bad, because technicals and earnings will both align with the bearishness. But if, say, tomorrow Amazon earnings beat, right? Technicals are a little bit bearish and momentum on the news is a beat, then they may negate each other out and we have a bounce. So let's see Google here. Google still in an uptrend on the daily because of how the size of its bounce. This is a bounce, pivot set, daily uptrend confirmed. Now we just have a pivot, a new pivot, that's all. Although it's not set yet, we can still drop a little bit lower. We can drop all the way down here and it'll still be a daily uptrend. So we got a lot of room. Let's say we drop all the way here, it's still a daily uptrend because we haven't broken this pivot yet. So that's a that pivot is 118.22. Signs of weakness, yes. Google is going to test this level first for sure, 126, before it drops down here. So I'm going to say we're probably going to bounce at 126, and then if the bears are serious, they'll take it down. So we'll see after that bounce if they're serious or not. Microsoft's been a daily downtrend for the longest, because it's been a daily downtrend since like a week ago, right? We talked about this one confirming over here, right there when we broke this pivot, right there. That's a daily downtrend confirmed, and now just continuing. So it's the weakest so far, and we're coming to this triple bottom support here, mini triple bottom, but this 323 and 324 is a stronger support for me versus this triple bottom. But we did slightly bounce here. Ran out of time, end of the day. It's forming like an hourly bear flag on QQQ. So if we see if it follow throughs or not. Meta is, let's see, we can zoom out. Meta is looking slightly better, but same thing. This was a daily uptrend continuing, and we did not break the pivot, so uptrend is still intact, bounced due to decent earnings, faded most of it back, and still hasn't even filled the gap yet. So it's still quite strong, just like Google. Very first thing the bears want to do, break this 12 EMA tail looking line, and then fill that gap. Even if we fill the gap, we're still in daily uptrend. As long as bulls hold above Monday's low, 228.3, we are going to be in a daily uptrend. Even if we drop all the way to here, bounced, we're still in a daily uptrend. So Meta has a lot of room to work with for the bulls. So that is another 6% plus drop for the bulls to work with. So bears need to step it up on Meta and Google and the rest, and Apple as well. But the rest are a lot weaker. So we'll see who joins who. Will Apple, Amazon, and Google, Meta, the stronger ones, join Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, or the other way around. So that would determine if QQ will drop more further to fill the next gap down here or not. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. And if you guys learn anything, feel free to subscribe. I know I did this real quick because I'm currently outside. I don't have a pad or a mic. So bear with me. And I might do one on Saturday. I'll see. I'll still be here on Saturday. But have a great rest of you guys this week. And I will see you guys around. And see you guys later.